Why are people trapped? Why is it that in the richest nations on earth, millions of hardworking individuals, people doing the heavy lifting, the hourly workers, the nurses, the hospitality staff, are constantly one flat tire or one broken tooth away from financial ruin? I will tell you why. Because our traditional financial system is fundamentally broken, and it is rigged against the people who need it most. It functions on an antiquated, arbitrary 2-week payroll cycle. Think about that. You do the work today, you sweat today, you earn the money today, but a company holds onto your money for 14 days before they give you what is rightfully yours. And what happens during those 14 days? Life happens. Bills don't wait 2 weeks. Emergencies don't look at the calendar and say, "Oh, let me come back on Friday when you get paid." No. The car breaks down on a Tuesday. The rent is due on the 1st, but payday isn't until the 5th. So what do people do when they are desperate? They're driven right into the arms of the sharks. The payday lenders. The predators who sit on the street corners waiting to trap desperate workers in a vicious, never-ending cycle of high-interest debt. Or they get hit with an overdraft fee from a big bank that charges $35 just because you were short $3 on a gallon of milk. It is expensive to be poor, and it is expensive to be a regular worker in this country. This is the problem. This is the fear, and this is the exact question that a young man named Tate Hackert asked himself over a decade ago. He looked at this systemic failure and said, there has to be a better way. So in 2014, Tate teamed up with Darcy Tuer and Jamie Ha to build a solution that would completely bypass the predatory lenders. They called it ZayZoon, and the core concept they pioneered is something known today as Earned Wage Access, or EWA. Now, let me explain exactly what earned wage access means, because if you are approaching retirement or you have adult children and grandchildren in the workforce, you need to understand how this changes the game. Earned wage access is not a loan. Hear me now, it is not a loan. There is no interest rate. There is no credit check. There is no impact on your credit score, and there are no collection agencies. Instead, ZayZoon integrates directly into a business's existing payroll system. When an employee downloads the ZayZoon app, they can see exactly how much money they have already earned during that current pay cycle. If an emergency strikes on a Wednesday and they need $100 to buy groceries or put gas in the tank to get to work, they simply push a button on the app. ZayZoon advances them a portion of their already earned wages instantly. Then, when regular payday finally rolls around, that advance is automatically deducted from their paycheck. It is clean, it is seamless, and it is instant. But you might ask, Susie, how do they make money if they aren't charging interest? This is the beautiful part of the business model. ZayZoon charges a small, flat transaction fee, usually around $5, to access that money instantly, similar to an ATM fee. Or, if the worker chooses, they can have the funds loaded onto a fee-free debit card or converted into instant gift cards for things like gas and groceries with no fee at all. Compare a flat $5 fee to a $35 bank overdraft fee or a 400% interest rate on a payday loan. It is night and day. It is the difference between financial survival and a financial death spiral. When ZayZoon first started pitching this idea to businesses, employers were skeptical. They thought, why should we change how we run payroll? Why should we give our workers their money early? But Tate and his team had to show these businesses that financial stress is a silent killer for productivity. When an employee is sitting at their desk or standing on a factory floor worrying about how they are going to pay for childcare tomorrow, they are not focused on their job. In fact, studies show that employee financial stress consumes about 13 hours of monthly work time per worker. It causes high turnover, low morale, and constant absenteeism. ZayZoon changed the narrative by showing small and mid-sized businesses that offering earned wage access is a massive competitive advantage. In the modern job market, businesses that offer financial wellness benefits like ZayZoon receive twice as many job applicants as those who don't. Why am I telling you this story today? Why does the history of a payroll tech company matter to you, especially if you are retired or preparing to enter your golden years? It matters because financial literacy and financial wellness span across generations. Many of you listening to me right now have children, grandchildren, or nieces and nephews who are currently navigating this brutal, volatile economy. They're facing soaring inflation, astronomical housing costs, and stagnant wages. They are living paycheck to paycheck, and the fear they carry every single day is palpable. As the elders and protectors of your families, you need to know that tools like this exist. If you see a loved one struggling, drowning in bank fees, or talking about taking out a short-term loan, you need to ask them, does your employer offer earned wage access? Have you looked into platforms like ZayZoon? And if you are someone who still owns a small business or manages a team in your semi-retirement, the actionable takeaway here is crystal clear. Look at your payroll benefits. If you are still forcing your workers to adhere to a rigid, outdated 2-week schedule while they face modern financial emergencies, you are doing them and your business a massive disservice. Implementing a tool like ZayZoon costs the employer absolutely nothing. It takes less than 30 minutes to set up, and it completely automates the process so your HR department doesn't have to lift a finger. The story behind ZayZoon is a powerful reminder that innovation should serve the people, not just the institutions. It proves that we can use technology to dismantle predatory systems and give power back to the individual. Never forget, money is a tool. It is a tool that should bring you security and peace of mind, not constant fear and anxiety. By understanding these new financial technologies, you can help protect yourself, protect your family, and ensure that the hardworking people you love keep every single penny of their hard-earned money where it belongs, in their own pockets.